Alrighty, it is time for the interview. So let me join this. And changes this.
Hey there.
Hey there, how's it going?
Good, buddy. Let me make a few adjustments here real quick.
Do what you got to do. I'm doing actually the exact same thing. Making sure that everything's all set and good to go. Yep, perfect. Awesome. Alrighty, how you guys doing?
Good. How are you, buddy?
Dude, it's honestly an honor and a pleasure having you guys on. Thank you guys for having
Yeah.
me come on and being able to interview you guys. It's a pleasure.
Got it.
So, so
Sure.
yeah, it's perfect. Looks great.
Sweet.
So, I kind of want to just get right off the bat and kind of just ask, how did off limbo kind of start, and like where did that name kind of like come from, and like where did that inspire you?
Go for
Okay.
it, pal.
Of Limbo, we like to tell people that the idea of it is that the music is neither here nor there. It's of limbo. It's like it's that purgatory, that place that's in between the real world and the afterlife or whatever. Because we like to make every song different from the other and not be able to be assumed of what it's going to sound like.
Right.
But the real truth of the matter is that it actually happened from Luke being wasted one night and me asking him, "How you feeling, Lukey boy?" And his eyes rolling into the back of his head and going, "I don't know, man. I'm feeling a little bit left of limbo right now." And so we went with Left of Limbo for a little while as the band name, and then that sounded too much like a metal band, so we changed it to just Of Limbo.
Ah, okay. Yeah, no, I really dig the name, and yeah, that does sound like a metal, like a metal band. Yeah, you weren't too far off on that. Um, so let's talk about California Demon. Since I've actually learned the proper name of it, I still feel terrible to the fact that I originally thought it was California Dreaming. 'Cause-
Yeah, well, it's
Well,
a
that's what the whole idea was. It's a play on that.
play on there. Yeah,
Yeah.
California Demon, California Dreaming.
Yeah.
okay, yeah.
Welcome to hell.
Yeah, I kind of just like wanted to touch bases on the music video behind it because I've not really seen many music videos that had a guitar light on fire and somebody playing it while it's on fire.
Well, I
Thought that
think
was
the only
badass.
person I've ever seen do that before us is Chris Cornell in the Day I Tried to Live video. He did it. I will be honest though, I hadn't seen that video, or maybe I had when I was a kid. I didn't realize he had done it. We were biting his style, but
I don't think I've seen it now. I
yeah.
can't think of it right now.
Yeah, the idea came up just sort of the whole concept of the video matches the song.
Mm.
We have a conspiracy theory loving uncle, and he constantly sends us this and that. But one of the things that he loves to harp on is that anyone who's ever made it in Hollywood as a musician or an actor or whatever, they had to have signed some kind of contract with the devil, essentially selling their soul away
Yeah.
for riches and fame, etc. So it's a play on the idea of like, wow, what if that was actually real? What if some young starlet, wannabe starlet, comes to the town and has big, wide-eyed dreams of making it big, and then here arrives the devil and actually offers it to her. And then the story goes as you would expect it to. She gets all the fame and fortune, but it's not without its own price.
Right, yeah, and definitely I've noticed that in the music video, and I thought like, it really like the music video itself, like not only is it badass, like it's sick, but like it really shows like kind of like her accepting to the fact that she's done a deal with the devil, and like now her life is so different, and like
Yeah, she has to get plastic surgery, and it makes
Yeah.
her look like a hot ghoul.
Yeah, and like I love kind of the quite literally in your face, how blunt you're wanting to be with the message that you're trying to spread.
Yeah, so definitely it's not abstract. It's a pretty nuts and bolts explanation of the lyrics in a story form, visual form.
Right. So is that always what your band is striving to be? Is always being so direct with your messages, or are you trying to be more kind of like figure it out yourself?
It changes from like a song to song basis, really. Like
Okay.
that one's pretty direct. I mean, "Let's Go," the song we released right before that, is pretty direct. I mean, it doesn't really get. There's nothing more that you can really say. It's just a song about fucking grabbing life by the horns and bull by the horns. I guess like let's go. Let's do something. Let it rip. Basically.
Live in the
Yeah.
Moment. Yeah, there's nothing really abstract about that. But then other ones, I don't know. We have one that we've been workshopping for a while called "Paint Job."
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of an abstract. I guess we don't even know exactly what the how the song's going to end up, but it's like, someone's paint job. Scratch away this paint job. See what you have here. It's like what you are on the surface.
Yeah.
So I guess that's a little bit more abstract.
Right.
In terms of phrasing of it, but it just changes from a song basis. I would say.
In general, we definitely approach concepts and lyric writing from the more tell a story or make a point thing, rather than let's say the Nirvana or Jim Morrison approach, where you're just saying a bunch of random words that sound cool, like I'm a mulatto, an albino, a mosquito, my libido, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's got its space. Those kind of like completely abstract lyrics. Cobain said about that, "Oh, I prefer lyrics that just paint an abstract picture. I think it's just spacey and it makes it like cooler or whatever." And I think that's fine, but it's like for me, I think it's a bit of a cop out.
Yeah, but at the same time, we do different shit. We're writing one right now. It's like a punky sort of one. It's called Mr. Potato Head.
Yes.
Like, there's all sorts of weird, dumb shit that happens sometimes.
I'm excited for that one. That sounds cool.
I don't think there's one specific formula to what we do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I've said this quite a bit to other bands, but I think I'm gonna be honest. Like again, I said it before. I'll say it a million times. That's unique in itself, and I love that about you guys. That not only are you guys unique to every song, but not only is it the same song, but it's different songs, which I love.
Yeah, different ideas. We definitely try to do that.
Yeah. So me and my boyfriend, we both have listened to your stuff, and we've kind of picked up on that. In your guys' earlier stuff, it was like old rock kind of / punk, and now it's kind of more heading towards like the modern rock, kind of like Nickelback. Is that
I would have never expected Nickelback being thrown into that conversation.
Yeah, yeah.
I like Nickelback. I'm not taking it to the slide or anything. I think that's funny. I just never think about that.
I would honestly say that one of our earlier songs, "And On," is probably more on the Nickelback vein than most of our other ones.
Yeah, I think we were more kind of grungy with that Nicotine record, and also the kind of classic rock element, I think, comes from the production of it too. That was our first attempt at really doing an EP or an album, and it was a lot more, I don't know, kind of raw and rough.
Yeah.
While us working with Mike Pepe, who has done a number of our more recent singles like California Demon, etc., his sound is noticeably more polished.
Yeah.
And I think that is a huge element to why you would say it's more modern. It's both the subject matter and the music as well as the production.
Yeah.
Included.
Yeah. No, I was just saying as a compliment. I think just.
I
love Nickelback. I just wasn't expecting to have an interview today where I'd be told that my band sounds like Nickelback. Didn't see that on my horoscope. Okay.
Yeah, I tell you what, Chad Kroger, man, if you're out there listening to this, which I'm sure you're not, and if you want us to tour with you, man, I'm a big fan, and I'd love to open for you, Chad.
We'll be as Nickelback as you want us to be, Chad.
Yes.
Dude, I'll tell you right now, bro. If I find out that Nickelback actually says something, bro, you guys would be the first to know.
Let me tell you one thing about Nickelback.
Yeah.
People obviously sleep on Nickelback, and it became like a joke for a while, blah, blah. But if you watch the YouTube live video of Nickelback performing Sad But True by Metallica, their performance of Sad But True sounds better than Metallica has done it since the mid-90s.
Yeah.
Their Sad But True sounded epic live.
Yeah. I bet it did. No, I'm gonna be honest. I've been a big fan of Nickelback. I never really I'm gonna be honest. I never really understood the hate. Never really understood the meme behind it. Like, I kind of understood like the look at this photograph and like you know, that was kind of like the meme, and that was really it. And like, I didn't really think that like the hate was that real. And
Haters gonna hate, but
There's
that
a bit of cheese to it.
a little bit
There's a bit of
cheesy,
cheese.
a little bit cheesy, but hey, dude, Lips of an Angel, obviously not Nickelback. Also sold a basquillion effing records,
Absolutely right.
and so did Photograph. Like, and I mean, of course, the was the big one. Into the bottom of every bottom. That was the start for them, and yeah, maybe you could say there's some cheese to it, but dude, there's every bottom.
Are you thinking Bottoms Up?
No. Having fun, yeah, no.
Oh my God! Wait, no, I know what song you're thinking of.
That's their main song.
Yeah.
I just can't think of the name.
Anyway, that song and all their other ones, they've sold a basquillion records, so haters gonna hate, but when you
gotta touch of cheese, I can understand.
When you resonate with that many people, this is how you remind me of what I really am.
Yeah. Okay, I was gonna say, wait a minute, that sounds familiar. I was gonna say that, but.
Fun Chad Kroeger quote that I saw one time online. Apparently, he told the world in an interview, I want to say it was an interview with Playboy, told the world that he is able to blow himself. Didn't even have to get the ribs removed, as the old Marilyn Manson fable.
What was the context? He just volunteered this information?
Volunteered it. Also volunteered that one night he drank 16 Coronas in Cabo. And
that's what happened?
That's the
result?
I don't know if it was the same night.
That's the night he first tested this?
I don't know. You know, it's the night that he proved it to one of the homies. Like, dude, look what I can do.
Oh my God. I'd probably be keeping that to myself.
Well, I've never forgotten it.
That's so funny. That's so funny. Since we're.
You remind me of what I can really do to
myself.
Yeah. Speaking of kind of certain people, I did kind of say in my last interview this would be like the last time I would bring up this particular person, but I kind of have to one last time, and then I'll stop talking about him. I think you guys know where we're gonna go with this. Ozzy Osbourne.
Oh yeah. Rest in peace.
Yeah.
I hate to say this, but I'm gonna say it anyway, and I'm probably gonna get flamed for this, but given what we know now, that he died only a week later, when the final show was about to happen, I did say to Luke, dude, you know, it'd be absolutely epic if final song, Ozzy goes, "Thank you, good night," and then just blew his brains out live on stage.
Oh my God!
Iconic moment in history, and now that he died a week later, I kind of feel like he missed an opportunity.
Oh my God!
Yeah, we'll leave that as Jake's opinion.
Yeah. I was just gonna kind of ask, with his kind of passing, I kind of just want to ask, did he have any type of impact on you guys as his music, or was he there, you know, to impact you to start music at all?
I would say not directly, but you know, if you ask Jerry Cantrell where his whole bandy, slowy riff vibe came from, he would absolutely say Tommy Iommi. And I think someone once said to him, you 80s music took Black Sabbath and sped it up, and then you just sped it back down. And apparently Jerry said, "Yo, you get it, dude." It was some producer or something before they recorded Dirt said that. I think absolutely we are directly influenced by the music of Alice in Chains, and if Alice in Chains was directly influenced by Black Sabbath, well then there's the lineage of it. But as far as are we the biggest Black Sabbath fans in the world? Probably talking to the wrong two dudes about that as well. However, we of course respect them and their music deeply, and the fact that it started everything.
I like Ozzy's solo stuff more than Black Sabbath.
Yeah, no, I agree. That's why I was just like, don't get me wrong, Black Sabbath is where it's at, but like Ozzy's Ozzy stuff, you know, like Bark at the Moon, banger. Absolute banger.
We got to hang out with Gus G, who was his guitarist for a while after that.
That's so sick.
Yeah, it was tight.
He like him, Zach Wilde, and I'm gonna be honest. Even some of you guys inspire me to continue playing guitar. So it's like
Oh,
you
yeah,
guys,
thanks, bro.
yeah, you guys are absolute fucking shredders. Like seriously, you guys fucking kill it. And that kind of makes me want to ask, when did you kind of find out that you were like a vocalist and you're like, all right, let's do this band and like let's take it serious?
It really didn't start with the idea of I'm a vocalist. It started more with me and both playing guitar together. One summer that he took off from Berkeley, and we were just writing all these riffs and these songs together.
Well,
and then,
the start has got to be Press Hill when you're in your rap rock band.
Oh,
Baby.
my
Okay. Drake's history. He has what were you called? What was the band name?
I want to say raw or pure or something like that.
Something like that. Anyway, we gotta search up the footage of Jake doing. He
No,
started playing in a rap rock band, and it was hilarious.
It was
Yeah.
hilariously bad for sure. Although Jesse, my buddy at the time, he had great guitar riffs for sure, but I was the cheesiest of the cheesy new metal rapper you could imagine.
Yeah.
Since we're kind of on that topic of new metal, are there any bands of kind of like current or in the past that you guys would want to tour with, like that,
Korn.
you know?
Korn. If you're talking about new metal, Korn.
Korn.
I think it is sort of slept on as, in my opinion, probably the most influential band there is to what music is doing now in the heavy world.
Yeah.
Like look at the top of the totem pole, the Ronnie Radkes of the world, and whoever the hell's at the top. It all has stuff that you clearly hear for the first time from Korn. Korn were the progenitors of taking music out of the sort of grunge world and really infusing it with something completely new and experimental. And you know, they had all this crazy high low things like that kind of stuff was just never done before, and now we almost take it for granted that okay, that's what modern metal sounds like.
Yeah.
But yeah, nobody ever did it before Korn.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Limp Bizkit too.
Yeah. I feel like we're kind of forgetting the person who kind of really kind of like is like the core foundation of kind of like doing those flashy stuff was Eddie Van Halen. Like,
Yeah, okay, but I thought we we're talking new metal.
well,
We
yeah,
wanna talk
no,
Van
that's
Halen.
fair.
We can talk Van Halen all day, dude. Absolutely love me some Eddie Van Halen, as does Luke. Our most recent acoustic album we actually did a cover of a Van Halen song, a Van Hagar song. Had a blast doing that one.
Finish what you started.
Yeah, finish what you started.
Oh hell yeah. I would love to see you guys possibly do like Jamie's Crying or like Pretty Woman
Mm.
by Van Halen, cuz like those would be, yeah, those would be some sick covers, cuz like what you were saying about like Korn, I kind of feel the same way about like Van Halen, especially like nowadays, because like they don't tour anymore, they don't make music anymore because Eddie passed away and stuff like that, so not many people really know who Van Halen is, unless if you're a Guitar Hero player like I am, then you might know who they are.
Well,
But
Sammy Hagar's still carrying the torch. I think Diamond Dave's doing it too, and obviously separate variations of it. But
I don't think Dave's doing it, is he?
he's not doing live stuff anymore.
I don't, yeah, no, he's retired.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Well,
Yeah, that's why I was like saying, like, I think people like you guys who touch on the older style of music in a good way, obviously. I think if you guys started touching on more of like, you know, just as a suggestion, obviously, but doing covers of older songs like Van Halen, for example, people can start understanding like, oh, this is the foundation of like what you guys make, for example. You know what I mean?
Well, have a listen to our cover of "Finish What You Started." That's probably going to be our one Van Halen one. I think. I don't know if we're going to do others in the future, but you never know.
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah, I mean, hey, that'd be sick. I'm gonna definitely give that a listen, cause my boyfriend's more of an acoustic listener and he likes the acoustic music. He's a theater kid, so he likes chill stuff. So he'll probably be more keen to liking it than me, but I'll still give it a listen.
Nice.
Cool.
So when you guys kind of started really getting into like starting the tours and started really getting yourself out there, how did you kind of take that popularity and like like getting that recognition?
I wish we could just get more of it.
I don't think there's been a real shift. I think the moment we got any tours, we were just, please, sir, thank you, sir, may I have some more?
Like I'm not getting recognized going to get coffee, or there's
exactly.
no paparazzi following anyone around currently. Nothing has really changed that much. I mean, I do love rolling around and seeing people wearing our T-shirts and shit like that occasionally. That's kind of cool. But in terms of how did we take the fame, there hasn't been enough fame.
There is no fame.
There's been not enough fame for anything to be
for anyone's ego to be blown out. Yeah.
No, that's fair. I mean, so the only reason why I bring that up is because your song "Happened Again," since we were kind of since you were talking about that, has reached almost 250,000, like almost over 1 million views on YouTube, and has 500,000 listens on Spotify. So you guys are getting somewhere.
That one's always been our best one on the boob tube for sure. Love that song to death, but don't think it hasn't made us a household name across America yet. But
that's fair.
Hopefully it does, or hopefully another song does.
Yeah, no, seriously, like I've seen it in comments and I've seen it everywhere that you guys definitely deserve more of the recognition, and I do 100% agree on that. You guys are just like, I don't know how, the best way I could put it is just like you guys have such a good foundation on how you look at music and have such a what seems like a really good positive energy towards that. And kind of my question is that how do you keep that positivity going whenever you hit a creator's block or a writer's block?
We've never had a writer's block, luckily.
Okay, that's good.
Always been a game of playing catch up, of recording the amount of songs that we have in us and sort of demoed roughly in our phones, etc. It's a constant game of, all right, what's the next one that we're gonna put our heads down and record? But yeah, there's not come a time where we have emptied the riff vault as of yet.
That's good. That's always good to hear. For you sound, yeah. Did you want to say something?
No, I was just agreeing with Jake. He's right. Occasionally we find moments of when we're trying to figure out exact structure for something in a song, we'll have to like workshop it or something. But it's never a point of, like you said, there's never a point where we're struggling to create a riff or struggling to create a new idea, for sure.
That's good. That's always good to hear. I've interviewed people in the past who have had that problem, and there's nothing wrong with having creator's block. You know, stuff like that happens. Excuse me. My goodness. Sorry. So with you guys touring live and starting performing these songs live, how do you feel about taking that energy that you guys do in the studio and putting that in the live performances? Like, do you see that as a tiring thing to do, or is that something that you guys love constantly doing?
Well, it's an interesting sort of thing because some of the songs translate live a lot better. For instance, the song that always gets them, even we could have the worst show ever, but if we play the last song as "Let's Get Fucked Up," we will always have them having a blast by the end of it. And that might not be the greatest song we've ever written, and certainly didn't have.
It's not the greatest song we've ever written.
It's not. It certainly didn't have the most studio time put in or whatever, but it's one that's very fun to play live and that people have fun listening to. And Adverse, there are other songs that we feel much more proud about that don't necessarily get that kind of crowd rocking out and going crazy vibe. And you know, it's good to have hills and valleys in a live performance. So we like to throw a softer song in the middle every now and then. But yeah, it's always a discussion about what are we going to do for this set? Are we going to do this, that, the other heavy banger, or this, that, the other one that's going to hype the crowd up, depending on who we're playing with.
Right. Which that's good to know that you guys actually talk it through and like not just like Hail Mary it.
It's actually kind of a Hail Mary at the end. One day before what we'll decide, and then yeah, okay, this is what we're doing. For instance, tomorrow night we're playing the Viper Room, and I think we're doing. If it goes as well as it did last night in practice, we're going to do a cover of INXS's "Never Tear Us Apart," and that one is definitely on the, I guess you would say, softer, slower tempo side, but it still has beautiful heaviness to it in its own way.
Yeah, I definitely need to start listening to more of your guys' stuff then, because I need to get more inclined to your guys' music.
Cool.
One thing that I want to bring up is because we were talking about it before the interview, which is the final show after the final show with Small Town Titans and going to the ER.
What happened there, Lukey?
This is the surprise.
Yeah, that's the surprise.
Gotcha.
So he's a Small Town Titans fan, and I saw that.
And you refer to it as the final show after the final show?
No, I said it was the final. I said it was the final. It's what the incident that happened during the final show was. Small Town Titans.
Gotcha. You didn't. Okay. When I get drunk, I like to stage dive occasionally, and we were in, I think, Indiana, and this night there was not a crowd large enough to warrant me doing a stage dive at all.
During Small Town Titans performing, by the way.
Yes, there was a noticeable gap in the crowd, and I was so pig-headed that I wanted to go and do it and have a sick time and try and fly through the fucking crowd that I jump off this stage. It wasn't too high of a stage, thank God. But I jumped off this stage, and there's a video of it, which is amazing.
I'll put it to this.
And basically, I kind of land on this lady and, like, flip over and then crash. My head goes first into the ground.
Knocking her and me over as well.
I don't remember knocking you over, but you should have caught me then if you were there.
Well,
then
we'll let the video speak for itself about what happened.
It was reckless, for sure. And then I landed on my head, cracked my head open. I was bleeding from my skull.
Oh, wow.
This lady did not understand what I was going for. So when she got up, she thought she was being attacked by me, I suppose. So she started stomping me as I was on the ground.
Me and you. We were both on the ground, and she stomped your head, stomped my body. We're both on the ground, and then I think at some point, like, crowd or bouncers ripped us off, and she was just she was like a fiery red-headed biker chick. And yeah, she just wasn't having any bar of you knocking her over with your failed stage dive.
Yeah, had to go to the hospital, and we were there for several hours.
Yep. Went to the hospital, and then he was under strict orders that he wasn't allowed to drink for the rest of the way home. Luckily, it was the last show, so we didn't have to worry about that too much. He was a good boy for the rest of the way home.
Was I?
Well, better than normal.
Might have snuck a sip or two.
Yeah, better than normal. But yeah, we'll cut up a snippet of this interview, and I'll post some of the footage of.
The best part of it is you can see because Small Town's playing. The best part of it is as it happens, Phil is there singing, watching, and his eyes and face go. Visibly see him just like in complete disbelief that I did something so stupid.
Oh, and how badly it turned out.
It couldn't have gone worse, honestly. But to my credit and to my defense, I landed about 3 or 4 previously in that tour
Perfectly. Yeah.
Executed them immaculately.
Yeah, well received by crowd. Karen, yeah, everyone had a sick time.
Yeah, just that last one.
The confidence got to you, bro. I think it was the
Confidence got to me. Liquid courage was involved too, and it was the last show. I just so desperately wanted to throw one more in there, but the crowd was just not thick enough, and yeah.
No, that's fair.
That's history.
That's so crazy. I went to my first concert not too long ago, about 2 months ago, and it was a band that I interviewed walking down Main, and they're local to me. Really cool dudes, super humble people. And we had this one dude get on the stage and do like a sort of like huge quotations stage dive. He more jumped onto one person than jumped off the stage, but it still counted. And then proceeded to bench press the dude. I got that film too. That was a funny night. Enox was there, really cool people. Skynet, Skylit Drive, something like that. I forget their name. And then Disaster Piece was the whole set, and it was a good time. I had fun, and
Love it.
yeah,
Luke had to look like a mummy for the rest of the way home. He had this like bandage wrapped around his dome for like the next 3 days. It's pretty cool. Very cool.
Well, we have about like 10 minutes left before the call is ended, so I'm gonna kind of hit it with the last few couple of questions, and then I'll let you guys go. All right. So my last couple of questions is one. Do you guys have any questions for me?
No, sir. Hit us up.
Okay. All right. On to the next one. Since you guys don't have any questions for me. So one other one I like to kind of ask is, if there is a band either that's dead or alive now, present, future, whatever, would there be any band that you would tour with, whether that's dead or alive? Who would that be?
We would tour with just about anyone that wants us, but if there's any band we could tour with that are alive, other than the fact we get our asses handed to us every night, I would have loved to have toured with Pantera in their heyday.
Oh, hell yeah, okay.
Would love to still tour with Alice in Chains if they would have us open for them. Jeez. Anybody you can think of right now, Lukey? I mean, also, I tell you what, one of the sort of underlooked bigger bands of the hair metal days of the 80s was Winger.
Yes.
Man, if we could open up for Winger back in the 80s, that would have been an amazing experience, I'm sure.
Guns, when they're in their heyday, would have been pretty fucking sick too.
Yeah. Speak about getting blown off the water or blown out of the stage or whatever again.
Yeah, Axl Rose.
Guns N' Roses in their heyday, incredible.
Yeah. I kind of, just before I let you go, I kind of want to actually talk about that real quick since he brought that up. Axl Rose is the only one dude I've ever seen actually physically fight somebody over taking a picture of him. Funniest shit ever.
Well, I think Josh Homme got in trouble for a while ago because he kicked a photographer in the face.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if it was intentional or not either, but anyway,
he got sued for that.
Yeah.
I remember that. Holy shit! Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah.
No, we don't have any trouble with that. We usually, whenever we see a photographer in the crowd, the only thing we will do is ham it up for the camera.
Hell yeah. My last thing is that fan interaction. If you have ran into any fans, has it always been positive?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean,
you can tell them about the time you got bottled. That was good. That's not exactly a positive fan experience.
That wasn't that positive. Okay, so we were out with Hinder, and we were playing in Billings, Montana, and we start the first song. About 30 seconds into the first song, I feel something hit my head, and I didn't really know what was going on. And I look down, and I see a bottle on the stage. I'm like, oh, okay, this is getting bottled. And I keep playing the song, and I see in the crowd, like everyone's sort of circling around this guy, and there's like a big commotion going on. And then I see our merch girl, who we lovingly called Metallica. She's got this guy in a full Nelson. She's a tiny girl. He's like a big ass dude. Got him in a full Nelson. Then security grabs him, brings him out, whatever. We finish the song, and I'm like, wow, did I just get bottled? And it was like, oh, in the crowd. I'm like, damn, that guy really didn't want to wait another second to hear Lips of an Angel, did he? Everyone in the crowd laughed their asses off. They loved it. And then by the end of the show, we're like at the merch table. We got a decent lineup of people buying T-shirts and all the rest of it. And this one guy, he looked pretty rough-looking dude. He comes up and he's like, "Hey, you know that guy that bottled you?" I was like, "Yeah. What about him?" He's like, huh, "I know who he is. He goes to the Red Fern Bar down the street. Tell you what, he goes there all the time. And if I see him in there tomorrow, he ain't gonna be smiling so pretty." And I was like, that's awesome, dude. But don't do that for me. Everything's well. It all happens well, ends well, whatever the term is.
Seemed like he was doing it for himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he was on his own.
Well, yeah, it wasn't his first rodeo of that type of activity.
There's been a few times, I think it was on Buck Cherry Tour, where there'll be ladies that are usually in the middle age to beyond that get a little too loosey-goosey and drunk and are having a bit too much fun, and I've definitely had my dick grabbed a few times by them, so I wouldn't say that's a positive experience.
No.
Like, whoa, hey.
Poor you, mate.
Well,
yeah. Woe is you.
They're not jerking me to completion, mate. They're just giving me a little
Oh
fucking
my
squeeze. They're just
God.
like, oi! I was expecting that one.
Oh my god.
Good reaction.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, no, my god, that's so funny.
All
Well,
right, brother. I think we got to jet out of here.
yeah,
Good
man.
talk.
Yeah,
we got
dude.
some band practice.
All right, man. I appreciate you guys so much for coming on. It was honestly a pleasure.
Hell yeah, dude.
Thank you guys again so much, and I'll let you guys go. All right.
Later, brother. See ya.
Rock
All
on,
right.
brother.
See ya, dude. Alrighty. That was fun. And I'm gonna be ending the stream there. See you guys in the next interview. Farewell.